Hey math fans, welcome to Test 8, Lesson 4. Get your swords ready and let's go. Today we're going to work on creating and reading stem and leaf charts and solving problems with multiples. Let's start by making and reading stem and leaf charts. A stem and leaf chart is a table where each data value is split into a leaf, which is most of the time the ones digit, and a stem, which is the other digits. So you'll never put a ones digit in the stem part of the chart. What that means is, in this example, we have a series of numbers, and we've split them up, putting the tens value in the stem and the ones values in the leaf. So you can see in the example 32, I've put the 3, the tens digit, as the stem, and the 2 in the leaf area. The reason we make stem and leaf charts is because it makes it really easy to see at a glance where most of the numbers are centered. So for example, here you can see that most of my data falls in the 20 range. Your stem values are listed down. Your leaf values go right, sometimes left, but we'll talk about that later. So you'll never have a ones digit in the stem column. Your ones are always going to be over in the leaf area. So here's a sample question. Lauren surveyed the teachers to find out how old they were, and she found out that these were their ages. We want to display that data in a stem and leaf chart. So for my stem, I'm going to use the tens. Now, I don't have anything that starts with a 1. None of the teachers are 12 years old, which is probably a good thing. But even so, I need to put a 1 over here. And then I'll just put nothing in the leaf part because there's no value there. Now I'm going to look at my 20s. So next I have a teacher who's 28 and a teacher who's 29. So I'll put a 2 in the stem part, and then in the leaf I'll put an 8 for 28 and a 9 for 29. Next up, I'm done with those. Next up I'm moving on to my 30s. So I have a 30-year-old, so that's a 0, 2 31-year-olds. So I'm going to put the 1 twice because I have 2 31-year-olds, so I need 2 ones. A 35-year-old, a 36-year-old, 2 37-year-olds, so I need to put 2 sevens. And I'm done with my 30s. So next I'll go to my 40s. I have a 42-year-old teacher, 42, and a 48-year-old teacher, 48. And last I'll go to 50, and I have one teacher who is 59. And I don't need to keep going because that's my maximum value. So here we have a stem and leaf chart, and we have a problem that tells me that Marcia kept track of all the money she spent at the cafeteria this week. What was the range she spent? So what does range mean? Range is just a way of saying from the smallest to the biggest. What is the smallest to biggest? So on the last question we did, if I was going to tell the range of teachers, my youngest teacher was 28. My oldest teacher was 59, so the range of teachers' ages was from 28 to 59. Now, when you look at the stem and leaf chart, this may look confusing at first, but it's actually not if you break it down. If you just take out the stem, so I have $0.1 is my stem, and then I take out my leaf and put a 4 there, that just says 14 cents. And that's also the smallest value on my stem and leaf chart. So that is going to be the first value of my range. 14 cents is the smallest amount she spent. I don't know what she bought for 14 cents, but it must have been something great. And that's going to go to the biggest amount she spent. So if I look down here, everything goes in order, so that's going to give me my biggest amount. My biggest amount goes $1.0, and then the biggest number in the leaf part is a 4. So the range of money she spent was 14 cents to $1.04. And now this part is a review, but it's good to review. We're going to talk about how to use multiples to solve problems. So here's our first problem. A comet is seen every 7 years. If it was last seen in 2000, what years will you see the comet in between 2000 and 2067? So right away I know that the last time we saw that comet was in the year 2000. And we're going to keep seeing it every 7 years. So the next year will be 2000 plus 7, 2007. The next year after that, it'll be another 7 years up, so it'll be 2014. My pen is not writing very well. And then I'll just keep going. And if you look here, even though this is 2000s, really I'm just doing multiples of 7. 7, 14, the next one will be 21, so the next year will be 2021. Then 2028, 2035, and so on. So here are those multiples, and you can see I went up to 2070 and I stopped because my final year is actually 2067, so that one is actually too high. And so here we go by doing the multiples of 7, which are 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. I've found the years in between 2000 and 2067 when you're going to see those comets, or that comet. Here's another version of the same problem. Another comet passes by Earth every 9 years. If it was last seen in 2001, will you see it in the year 2027? So really what they're asking me is, if we start with 2001 and we go up by 9s, are we going to hit 2027? I can already tell you that answer, and I'm going to show you my fast way of doing it later. But first what I can do is I can start by adding 9. So 2001, 1 plus 9 is 10, so next up will be 2010. Add another 9 and I get 2019. Add another 9 and I get 2028. I've gone too far past 2027, so the answer would be no, you would not see the comet in 2027. A faster way to do that is I actually already know that 3 times 9, my pen just does not want to work today, equals 27. Since I know that 3 times 9 is 27, and I know that we're starting in the year 2001, I know I'm not going to get to 27. I would have to start at 0 and count up by 9s to reach 27. So I kind of knew that one already. But if you didn't, this is a really easy way to do it. And that's it for today. So just a quick review here. The first question asks you to find the range of data in the stem and leaf chart below. Please don't get confused by this. Just remember that this is your stem, and then you add on what's over here. So your first number is going to be 1013, because you'll put 101 and add a 3. So find the range of data in this chart. And second, the Winter Olympics occur every 4 years. If they happen in 2014, will they happen in 2029? That's it. Do those 2 questions, bring them to school tomorrow, and have a great night.